Well, hello, everyone. If we haven't met, my name is Mark Wiley. I serve on staff here as the executive pastor. I'm also elder here at Redeemer. And one of my roles here is to look after the financial aspects of the church. And as elders, I can say we strive to ensure that we're stewarding well everything that the Lord has entrusted to us, and very importantly, the financial resources the Lord has entrusted to us, all toward our mission to glorify God by making disciples. And with that in mind, I want to give you an update on our financials through the first 9 months of the year. And first, I would say God continues to be generous to us as a church. Our giving through the first 9 months was $2.44 million, which is 11% above what we had put into our budget or what we had planned. And while 95% of the income that we receive as a church comes from the giving of tithes and offerings, we also have a few other sources of income. For example, cash back that we get on our credit card that we use for the church. But then also, we received some grant money this year from the Made to Flourish organization in order to support the hiring of a pastoral resident. Now, the expenses for the first 9 months were $2.3 million, which is about 4% above what we had planned. But overall, our giving has far outpaced our expenses, which was planned, and that's resulted in a positive cash flow so far this year of $282,000. That adds to our current cash balance, which I watch closely. And our current cash balance as a church is about $2.8 million. Now, we keep most of that cash in money markets and also some short-term treasury certificates in order to maximize the interest rate on that cash, while also still maintaining in a very safe place and also keeping a good degree of liquidity with that. From an interest standpoint, we've earned $72,000 year to date for the interest on that cash. I have a financial stewardship team that has started to meet, and they are helping us think through the best utilization of that cash balance, as we have a desire to pay off the current facility debt that we have, but they will also have an eye to any future potential facility expansion that we might need in the future, and our desire to do any of that without taking on additional debt. And so we're thinking through strategically how to best utilize that cash. More to come on that in the future. With regard to To All Nations, as a reminder, back in December, and with our To All Nations campaign, you gave $542,000 last December. And that's all for work that we will do outside the walls of this church to plant churches, to strengthen and equip other churches, both here, near, and far. And so far, we've spent $286,000 of that. I track every dollar that's spent on To All Nations initiatives. And so that includes things that we had planned coming into this year. We planned on support for Ascend Bible Church. We planned on support for Cultivate Church in Harlem. We planned for support of our ministry partners in Germany and in India and in East Africa. But because of the generosity of this church, we've been able to support a few additional things that fall under that umbrella of To All Nations. For example, we've sent additional support to Doxa Bible Church to help them as they are continuing to provide support for the Rock Bible Church in Greensburg, but also for the Christ International Church, which is a Punjabi-speaking church that's meeting at Doxa. God's doing great things there, and we are helping them as they help that church. And then also, we've provided some financial assistance to Bargersville Bible Church. As they were launching, we gave them a gift for their launch. And then also Crossway Bible Church, which has just recently launched in Franklin. While we didn't plant that church, we've partnered with them. We are friends with that church, and they are a part of our church planting collective. And they were gifted a facility, a church building actually in Franklin, where they've launched out of recently. And so we helped with them with some facility improvements to make that facility ready for their launch. And then finally, I'll just note that this coming December, we will again be talking to you about To All Nations, where we're going to allocate every dollar given in December above and beyond our operational expenses to the To All Nations initiatives to support the planting of churches, the strengthening, the equipping of churches here, near, and far. And you'll hear more about that in upcoming Sundays. So let me just close by thanking you for your generosity to Redeemer Bible Church and our mission here of making disciples. And so it's through the financial generosity that is able to equip us in those ministries and in that mission that we have. So thank you again for being a part of that. You are loved and you are sent.